dear friends, I am so happy that you are here. Welcome to Mystic Star Magic. So today we're going to delve deep into our shadow selves, seeing what's blocking us, what do we need to work on, basically just to clear the air and just see. And we have, of course, tarot cards, oracle cards, divination dice, and of course a sprinkle of charms. If you want to find out about my personal readings, like how to book a personal reading, check the description down below. Also, if you want to find out how to win a personal reading, check the description down below. I am on a whole bunch of different social media sites, so check me out there: Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. And I try to do this. Basically, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's commenting, liking, and subscribing. I truly 100% appreciate you. Even when like my energy is low and I'm not, and I'm hermiting, I truly do appreciate you, and I will comment to you, get back to you, I promise. It's just one of those things. Sometimes I have to hermit. And that's where we have the amethyst here. You can't really see, but we have amethyst here just to kind of keep it all nice. And as we heal, that's all part of our shadow selves too, and that's okay. And that's another thing I want to say about this shadow. Like, the shadow is okay. These are all things that we have, that we're learning, that help us grow, really. And so I'm not like it's a bad thing. No, it's more like kind of what I think is more about self-awareness here than it is anything else. Not any kind of anything else. Just like, oh, okay, that's something I need to work on. That's pretty much how I view this. I use it like, when I see it, I'm like, oh, that's a pattern I have. That's something that maybe I need to work on. Maybe sometimes I don't. It's really up to you. So this is just wanted to do general fun reading. Again, if you actually want a more personalized reading, all the information is down below. And I have a whole bunch of my decks are here too, and so are V11 crystals. And if you want more information, they're down below. I sell on Etsy. I also sell on Game Crafter, and I guess you could also, like, I'm still trying to work on how to like do stuff so that it's through PayPal, and so it's a little cheaper, because unfortunately Etsy is going up in terms of price because they're so I just found out recently. I feel like you don't even need to hear this, but they charge you a certain percentage of like per sale. So that went up on March 6th. I mean, this is a timeless reading, by the way. Okay, enough of my jibber jabber. I truly appreciate that you are here with me, even though I do jibber jabber a lot. Alright, let's go ahead and close our eyes. Inhale. Shift around a little bit. Oh, yeah. I exhale. And now, choose whichever pile draws you to it. Alright. Let's do this. Hello, my dear friends. From group 1. Oh my goodness, he chose the Steampunk Tarot. So we're gonna be using this one. I already have I already pulled the cards. If I need to clarify, I also have the deck ready for it as well. So let's go ahead, start our journey of a shadow self. Let's see what we need to do. So we are right now in interlude. So right now, look at that. Actually, look at how pretty that is, because I feel like this is your kind of your sword here of sort of light. It's sort of, so here it's like the truth. We are, yeah, such a beautiful thing. This is the truth, clarity coming through. You're holding onto it. Maybe you're not quite, it's like you're getting ready to receive it. And I guess this is perfect because it's like, yeah, you are. You're looking at the shadow. But do you see, this is kind of like almost all shadow here. But we're connecting to, I think, like for me, it's like your third eye is coming. It's being connected to this sort of clarity and sort of truth. So really listening to your intuition here is important. So yeah, because I feel that that's what we're hearing here. You are in a state, and the interlude is like a state of where I almost feels like, to me, almost a little hermit moding. So I understand I'm hermit moding too. So we're in this hermit mode, but we are getting new information, new clarifying with the Ace of Swords here. This is how I'm actually looking at it, with this hermit getting the Ace of Swords. But you're like, right now is not so much the time for actions, more like you are gathering information, gathering more clarity. So to me, it almost feels like also like doing maybe thought downloads would really help here, just to clear it's like, I feel like you want to clear things out. Maybe you're in a state of confusion, and so this is why this interlude, you have to go deep within yourself, not externally, and that's something else. It's like and this is also in like a farce, you need to go deep within yourself in a peaceful surrounding. Like, I almost feel like disconnect a little while from everything. Just connect to yourself, and especially to your inner wisdom is what I'm hearing here. So we have shadow selves. Here we have intoxicated. So I release low vibrations. I like this. So intoxicated. So maybe our shadow selves, this is feeling like a devil card. We are connecting to, maybe we are overindulging in like certain things that are not that good. But what I'm seeing here, it's more like we want to block. So usually when we go through intoxication, it could be that we are trying to buffer. That's like a thing that I learned at the life coach school. So we try to like not feel our emotions, not try to like see our situations really, but we use other things to kind of like, okay, we're, instead of releasing some emotions, instead of facing those emotions, we rather kind of like either drink, eat, and just kind of forget about them. We're not really facing them right now. But I feel like this is being called to you. You need to face that. So, and also like any kind of patterns that are that you feel, because I have no judgment on this, but if you feel yourself like this is a low vibration, this doesn't make me feel good, and in terms of like, and I mean that in terms of like within yourself, does this make you feel right or not? There's this thing called when you're in congruence, I think that's what it's called. When you are actually aligned with yourself, you feel there's a sense of peace. When you're not aligned with yourself, it feels like everything is off. It doesn't feel right. It's like you can't get comfortable in your skin and in yourself. And so this is what I'm seeing here. That's the low vibrations. That's the devil card. When you're like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm still doing it. And it's not a judgment based on externalities, but yourself and how you feel, right? It's never about like, oh, this is like, the shadow work isn't about like what is viewed as shadowed by others, but rather by yourself. It's more like a judgment from yourself, right? Let's see what other stuff we have. So hourglass. So we're using since this is the shadow self, we were wasting precious, unmeasurable time. So you feel like, and this is interesting to me, because this is your energy telling me this stuff. You feel like you're wasting time. Maybe you're procrastinating. That's something I feel you, because I go through that too. But what I want you to see here, and here is and even though this is like a shadow side here, it's also like the Hangman hourglass. But what I want you to see something is, because sometimes we think that this interlude is a wasting time, and I like going within ourselves and hermiting and gathering insights and stuff, not hiding. There's a difference, right? We're going within ourselves. We're actually trying to like get this Ace of Swords, right? That is not wasting time. What might be wasting time for you is like, if we are in this state of like low vibration, maybe that's what you feel is wasting time. And this is interesting, because to me it's like, oh, there's also here like a little suggestion that seeing things from a different perspective might actually help. And I think that's always true. I always like to when I'm looking at the shadow self, not be in a state of judgment, but rather in a state of trying to understand where this is all coming from, why I'm doing something, not in a sense of like, oh, I'm doing something bad, but rather like what is happening here? Why am I doing this? What is it telling me? And so this is, I think it's important for you to see as well. Why are you having this intoxication? Why are we following this devil energy? What is it that the devil energy is giving us that we're missing, right? What is this providing us? Like, what is the wine providing us? What is the chocolates providing us? What is, like, so many different things. What are they giving us that basically, it's like we're asking for something that we're missing, or that we're lacking. Here we go. So we're in this state of, yep, we are in this state of in between right now. So your shadow self is, so you're, again, like, there's shadow and there's light here. There's light and there's also, like, you're trying to go into the light. And then, but then you have to give yourself time. It does take time. It doesn't, you don't just clear it off right away. So I almost feel like you're pressuring yourself. Like, you're like, I'm like, you, like, that for me is the shadow self here as well. You're trying to control this. You're trying to, like, say this has to be done in a certain time. I have to do this in a certain time. And I'm not saying like procrastinating is the thing here, but what I'm noticing here is that you're building up a lot of pressure for yourself. And I feel like that's actually kind of your shadow side here. It's trying to, like, you want to control this, and I feel like, no, this is a process for you. So yeah, because we're unlocking secrets, yes. Or maybe, for instance, it might be shadow selves. We are trying to keep some secrets from ourselves. And that's what it is. Maybe we're trying to hide some things from ourselves, what we want, what we know. What I feel like, some sort of truth, but maybe facing it is a little hard. Give yourself time. Do not rush this. Like, the shadow work is not, it's not like you do it and then it's over. Like, it's like it comes back, we go through it. So sometimes you're like, oh my goodness. Sometimes they're like, no, it's just really all about, like, giving yourself more space, I think. Let's see what we have here. Transformation. Yeah, you are transforming. I think you're transforming to your true self here, to your true power. But again, like I said, I feel like you're like, maybe you're afraid of this transformation, because again, it's like this in between. You're in between spaces of your, um, when the butterfly is not a caterpillar, but it's not a butterfly, right? It's the in between, the cocoon stage, and that's where you are, and it feels uncomfortable. And so sometimes maybe you're like, it feels uncomfortable. We're gonna, do something to get out of that. But there's a lot of learning here. I want you to give yourself a lot more credit than you do. I feel that's something. Okay, so sometimes we get stuck in the drama. Like, look at this. It's like you're caught in the web of drama, and I also feel like part of you likes this drama, because maybe that's part of your intoxication. It's like, I get it. Like, for a long time I was like, yes, drama is what it is to really feel alive. I'm like, no, let me tell you that it's not. It's actually, I think, I often think it's like, the drama is always what like they show you on TV, or they show you in movies, that like, oh my god, that's what's really living. I'm like, no, living really is like, it's more this finding this clarity within yourself, being so connected with yourself that you're like, no, it's well-being really for me. Like, a good life well lived is a life in well-being, and like in joy, in creativity. That's, to me, it's like, wow, if um when you're creating, like, whatever it is, I'm like, whatever, how you create, there's a life flow that just, it makes you feel alive. It does. If you were creating, if you ever feel that creation, if you ever feel that passion, for me, it could be like, or when you're dancing, or when there's a sense of freedom. Then freedom is not drama. That is the thing. There's no drama here. Like, it this captures you and keeps you and makes you, like, kind of feel stagnant. But like, freedom and creativity and well-being, those, now that's living. And I want you to see that, because I feel like that a lot of things are, in many ways we are programmed to think that the drama, the oh my goodness, kind of thing, is what really makes you alive, and makes you feel alive. I mean, I really think that that's actually, those are low vibrations, and that's what they're trying to kind of show you, that, like, you know, that they rather have most people on low vibration than in higher ones, and that's an important thing. Don't fall for that trick of the drama is how you living fully. No, living fully is creation, well-being, freedom, always. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we have Seven of Swords, so we have masking, trying to hide ourselves, and here I have, it feels like, again, like this, there's secrets that you're trying to keep from your, like, keep, or trying to ignore some sort of truth that's coming your way. You're like, I'm not ready for it. You have the Six of Wands, so there is oh, I do like this. I don't, you know what, I don't want to say, because I'm like, so Six of Wands is usually very much beautiful energy, because it's like you have achieved something, right? But sometimes, because we're looking at it, the shadow selves, we can let our ego get in the way here, where we're like, oh, you know, like, where we have this ego self here, we want others to acknowledge us, when we, you know, we have to acknowledge ourselves, and that's something that's coming through here. We also have the Four of Cups, which is, yeah, ignoring, like, oh, and again, drinking might be a thing here, because there's like wine here. So for some of you, maybe your shadow self is drinking. And the question is not whether that's a bad thing. The question is, why are you doing it? And why do you feel that's a bad thing? See, I have no judgment here. I don't, you know, like, this is you yourself. Why do you feel that that's something that you need to do, and why do you feel that's something that it's bad? So those questions are yours to answer. But we are hiding something. I feel like you are avoiding some sort of truth, or you're masking something about yourself. I feel like you do want to be acknowledged, you know, by others, but I really feel like what I'm hearing here is that you have to acknowledge yourself. It's much more. Having the acknowledgement of yourself is so important here. Something is being offered, and you're totally missing it, because I think you're stuck in this, like, apathetic state. We have the Three of Swords. We also have the Seven of Cups. Wow. Oh, you're so funny, group one. Why is it? Because I don't feel like this is like and in many ways, I'm like, there is no major arcana here. Like, really, I love this, because it's like, these are things you have control over, and major arcana is more like, it's happening. But here, you have control over everything here. You can be truthful about yourself, and it doesn't have to be rushed. You can, for me, this is like, yes, you can have victory, but really, the victory is always going to be hollow if you haven't acknowledged yourself first. Very important. We are being offered this Ace of Cups, like, will fulfillment coming through, happiness is coming through, but you're ignoring it, because we're kind of focused, I feel like, here on this Three of Swords energy, which is, as you know, like, it feels like the heart, but even the heart is not even a heart. It's kind of like a machine. Look at that. Like, it almost feels like the heart was turned into a machine rather than deal with this past hurt. And I feel like, yeah, that we need to face the past hurts. And again, here we have this state of sort of like indecision, being in daydreaming, maybe for some of you, like, rather than doing, we're procrastinating a little bit here. And again, it feels like what I'm seeing here is that there is an offer coming. The Ace of Cups wants to come to you. Something fulfillment wants to come to you, but you keep on ignoring it. You keep on closing yourself off for it, ignoring this, because you don't want to feel the hiccup. So that's important coming through. Do I want to clarify any of this? I actually do want to clarify a little bit of this. What of these I want to clarify? Actually, for me, the Four of Swords is what's the most focusing here. So I do want to clarify, and I do want to clarify the Six of Wands. Okay, so we'll clarify the Four of Cups right away. So the Page of Wands. So yeah, instead of listening to your creativity coming through with the Page of Wands, which is like creativity, passion, a sense of, like, I feel like you are like this, it's the light that just keeps calling you. It's like something that you want to create, and that's also part of like the Seven of Cups. Something you want to create. Instead of creating it, you're kind of like, you're like, nope, ignoring that call, ignoring that it really kind of ignoring yourself here, and you're like, almost, because I feel like for some of you it feels like, yep, you're failing ahead of time. You're like, I'm not even going to put the effort in because I'm not going to, like, nothing good will come of this. But I feel like Spirit's saying, no, yes, they will come. Can you please tell me about the Six of Wands energy? Six of Wands energy. What's the Six of Wands saying here? Yeah, look at that. We have this, like, Six of Wands. Again, could be love coming through or connecting with yourself, the Two of Cups. So I feel like there's this energy coming through of like joy if you allow it. But I again, it's almost like, to me, this is coming to yourself. It's like coming into your power, rather than waiting, like wanting others to acknowledge yourself and having like, yay, others. It's really about yourself, connecting through yourself, and having this, finally being in a state of union with yourself, if that makes sense. So this is beautiful, but really what I'm seeing here is that there's a lot of creativity coming through you, and I feel like your energy is being pushed off. Let's see what we need to, actually, since we're talking about energy, let's talk about this energy that's coming through. So we have the Magician and the Mirror. Again, this is sort of like, again, you have this power, but I feel like, to me, the mirrors are kind of like the Seven of Cups energy. It's like, the mirror can reflect us, but it also, this is like, you know, in those haunted houses where the mirrors are all over and you can't actually really see yourself, or you see the other person, but it's really a reflection, not the real person. This is what I'm feeling with this card. So I feel like you are trying to get somewhere, but there's so many different, it's almost like you kind of play a game with yourself here, where it's all smokes and mirrors, if you will. But you do have the power, and that's what I want to say, that you do have the power. You have the Magician, you have the ability to create and manifest, but I feel the smoke and mirrors are almost like not letting you go through here. It's almost like you complicate things for yourself. I'm like, oh boy. You create that smokes and mirrors kind of thing, because you are the manifestor, you're the magician, you are the creator of all of this. And so whatever it is, that I also feel like the mirrors is letting us know that, yeah, we have to take a closer look here. I almost feel like you've been avoiding something. I really, like, this is the energy of a lot of avoidance, and I want to know why. Like, why are you avoiding all this? It just feels like, to me, it feels like it's just too much. Maybe sometimes we're kind of stuck too much in the outside world, when I feel like the universe and this shadow self is saying we have to go within ourselves. This is coming from within. This is nothing to do externalities. This is not about the outside world. This is about us inside right now. So we have caring connections. Like, look at this. It's almost like you want this. You want the caring connection. You want this love, or whatever it is. But you still have this Three of Swords energy, where you made your heart into like a machine. It's no longer a heart. You rather not feel that pain and make your heart into a machine. You rather pretend. This is intoxicating, and it's also, it's like a pretend relationships, externalities again, rather than a true union. This is like interesting. Sorry, I don't mean to be like harsh a little bit. So surrender to the wisdom of your body. Yeah. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. You feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. And that is your intuition coming through here. Do you feel a drama of it? Is it really like, what is it? And I really feel like it's a lot to do with externality. You're focusing way too much on the outside and not inside, and not enough on the inside. Because you, again, like I said, you have this, like, your third eye is connected to this Ace of Swords. This is clarity. clarity, like there's a sense of purpose coming through, but it's almost like truth that needs to be told, but a part of you is like, no, we don't want to see it. And then surrender to inner peace. Oh, look at this, look at them. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In a quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Look at that. I do love that, because I feel that that's the energy that is coming through here. That's the one you want. Let's see what Lenormand tells us about it. Lenormand dice set tells us about what is a shadow work that needs to be done for collective of group 1. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm seeing here, you have gone through stuff, but going through it, that's important. I do feel like for me, it's like you've gone through some sort of pain, some sort of like hurt from somebody else, which is leading to you to have like feel obstacles, because like I said, I feel like you're not really and there's a dice that didn't want to come out. You're not really feeling it. You're not trying to really deal with it. You're sort of pushing it back by other means, like I like to call buffering. But once you go over this mountain, let me just tell you, once you go over it, once you actually face it, new things are coming. I feel like new messages will coming, a new beginning is coming. And so this is what I'm seeing. It's like, if we can work on the shadow self, where we're really kind of almost like avoiding something. I really feel like that's the energy of avoidance. You can actually come through on the other side, and like new beginnings are finally going to happen. Really look in the mirror, and rather than having the smokes in the mirror, really looking at yourself in there. But I love that you are here, because the shadow self is telling you this. So let's see what your sprinkle of charms is for shadow self. What shadow works with the collective group 1 into 2? Okay. We need to work on planting seeds, right? I almost feel like for some of you, maybe playing or listening to music, that's something that'll help you. I almost feel like for me, it's like it's almost like a sense of creation coming through. We also have the camera here. Maybe that's to do with the past, but it's also for me to like looking at things, like taking the actual picture and seeing things as they are, rather than like painting them in a negative form or in a positive form either. Just like kind of like really see things as they are, and not judging them good or bad, just like looking at them. I also feel like that's important. You might like sprinkle one more with shadow work to the collective group. I need to work on. Yeah. Look at that. We have you versus you. So yeah, you have to work with yourself. And it's the whole point of the whole shadow process here. And then we also have really listening again, like your heart is guiding you, like your love, like there's love. If you're asking for love and you're like, why is there no love? It's because you're not really allowing it in. For past hurts, for being in the drama of it, for all those reasons that we have here, that you're not really letting it in. You yourself are blocking you. Yeah, you versus you. But I feel like your heart is saying, no, I really want this. I want the love. Let's see what kind of, what can we do? We have so here is like, I think this is what it is. Here's the sex witch, love, lust, and boundaries. So I feel like there is a need here for you to connect to really, I almost feel like what you want. Like I feel like, to me, this is what you think. This is what you think you have. Like there's a sense of lust that you're like, yeah, this is what I want. I want this and this, but you want actually something more substantial. I think you think this is what you want, or this is what you're attracting right now. You're attracting this lust, but what you really want is the love aspect of it. You want this, right? And then you want a caring connection. This is what you want. But I feel like you're hiding that from yourself. You're like, no, I don't want that. Maybe you're afraid of connections because you have to allow other people in. I don't know, but you are kind of blocking yourself from this, and you think that you want one thing, but you really, what your spirit here is telling you is that you really want something more substantial. You have to, like, but you have to be willing to do it, you know. Like, I know it's scary, I understand that. And like, look at this, but if you allow it, destiny will bring you together with, really, that's what I'm hearing here. And it could be that it's like about love, but to me, it's also like, this doesn't necessarily always have to be about love, but it could just be about caring connections in terms of friendships and everything. Because I feel like you want something real, and what you think you want is something superficial, and that's not what that's not the truth here. You want something substantial. Again, like I said, don't listen to the programming where you think the drama is all about, that's how you live and feel that, like, relationships that are all dramatic, where, oh my goodness, like, you know, that's just Hollywood, and that's TV, and that's not real. A real strong, solid connection comes from lots of talking, lots of like connecting on a deep level, having give and take. That's another thing that we often forget. Like, there isn't just like, oh no, this person has to give. There has to be an equal give and take here. And you have to be willing to express what your desires are. It's like, basically, you're opening yourself up to another person. And I know that's scary, and I feel that that's why you have such resistance towards it, because it's scary. But I think you have the power, because again, like I said, you have the magician. You are capable of it if you want to. You have the power for it. And I feel like this shadow self is saying that's what you want. You want something real. And you don't, and you know it. You don't want like the smokes and mirrors. You don't want that. You want something real, and you want something deep, and you have the power to do it. But you have to, like, go within yourself. You have to. There's a lot of work that needs to be there. You have to, first of all, admit that this is what you want, right? Until we actually admit to ourselves what we truly want, and what and what we are afraid of, moving forward is very hard. So I think this is also part of, like, how you mask yourself. You keep on having these secrets. You keep on trying to hide what your true desires are from yourself and maybe from others. So I'm going to leave it there. But I just know that I feel like the universe is telling you, you have the capacity. You have everything to get what you dream for. Right now, it's really you versus you. Not the universe, not other people, not anything, but you versus you. And you have to, like, this is something that's big, that's going to lead to something even more, much, much better. Okay, so like I said, I'm leaving here. Thank you so much for being here, Group 1. I enjoyed this reading a lot. I hope you did too. And if you did, please do consider commenting, liking, and subscribing. I'm sending you so much love, so much light. Until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, Group 2. I'm so happy that you are here. We're working on our shadows. Hey, I'm there too. This is sort of me as well. So we chose the Witch's Tarot. This is the mini one. I like it so much. I enjoy it. Let's see what, first off, we have. So look at this, the word on the wing. So what I'm seeing here is that something needs to be spoken about, or somebody or something needs to be let go and let be free, yeah? Yeah, almost feels like... So I do feel like the word on the wing, I feel like that is maybe a forgiveness for me coming through here. So either forgiving yourself or forgiving others. And I feel like that it's been something that's holding you back. So I'm thinking that it's something that it's almost been like either you've been holding on to regrets in your past and things how you want to, like things that you feel bad about. Maybe even for some of you, what I do like to do is for those people that I like, sometimes we hurt others. I like to write out, even if I never write out an apology, even if I never actually send it to them. It's just very liberating in a sense. So for some of you that feels like that. And also feels like this color, the yellow color, is coming through strong here. So I feel like that's your solar plexus needing to be expressed here. like the confidence needing. It's something that is like, whew, it's I feel it even right now. It's like my stomach. It's like something that you're holding on, like a fear, like a I don't know what it is. I can't see, like, it just feels like there's a tightness. So usually when I think about that, it's more of worries. Like, yeah, that's the same, like, where I usually feel when I start worrying, and it's in the pit of my stomach. It's like this knot, and that's what I'm feeling for you. So I feel like there's a sense of wanting to let that free. You have to let those worries go. Let's see what other things are coming through. So we have envious. My qualities are beyond compare. So we are comparing ourselves to others, is what I'm seeing here. That's our shadow self that works here. And now, what I like to think about in terms of like envy, it's like I used to be like, oh, having all these, like, envy is bad, and I'm not saying that it doesn't feel good. So I don't like to necessarily be in that state all the time, but it does let you know this is what it's giving you a very, very important clue here as to what it is that you want. So if you're feeling envious of somebody, what is it about them? What is it about them that makes you envious? Like, what is it? Like, is it that their success? Is it that you feel that they're like, is it their life? Are you like, I really like look at them, they have all these things, I want those things. But do you see this? There's a difference. It's telling us right now, it's like, I want those things. So don't listen to it, not just feel bad about like envy, right? Don't keep like hitting yourself over like, I feel envy, that's a bad feeling. Like, no, take that feeling, because it's telling you something. It's saying my qualities are beyond compare. Yes, you don't have to compare yourself to others, but they're guiding you and telling you what it is that you want. And so think about the person or situation that you're like, I'm envious of this. Write down all the things that is that situation or that person. It's like, what is it about them that you're envious about? And then now you know, and then use that as your affirmation in terms of like, this is what I want. So I'm like, and then we start to attract the things that we do want, not the envy, but the things that we truly, that the what the envy is highlighting is what we desire. So I want you to, and I also want you to see that. Don't beat yourself up about these, because sometimes we're conditioned to like, oh no, we have like, oh, negative thoughts, or even when I'm working at the shadow self, it's not like, this is a work that you cannot like, there's no judgment here. It shouldn't be a judgment in terms of like, oh, I'm not perfect. I'm not. You're like, yeah, it's okay. I'm like, I'm not judging you because you're envious. I'm okay with you being envious of somebody. It just doesn't feel good. And that's why I'm here for you. And I also feel like you are so worried that it actually makes your tummy hurt. Like, I feel it for you. And I'm like, oh, that feels so uncomfortable. So what are we have to release it. We have to let this go. So either we need to, like, if it's worry about some sort of connection, maybe connecting to the person, or there's some sort of release needing to be done here. Oh, okay, so we have a love triangle here, and we're using this. It could be in terms of an actual love triangle, or it could be here we have insecurity, jealousy, and repressed fears. Yeah, look at that. And then for me, this is all important, and these are by Be Love and Crystal, by the way. But this, for me, is this insecurity, jealousy, but it's coming from repressed fear, right? We're holding on to it, and it's like the same worries. Like that's you're keeping something inside you right there, and it's kind of like it's harming. I would say not only is it harming, it's harming you in terms of it doesn't feel good, but it's actually you're physically not something. Especially if you're feeling like lately your stomach's been sick, or you're or like you have this, it's because you have repressed emotions, repressed fears that you're not releasing. And that's what I'm hearing here. And I'm not a doctor though, so please do not think that I am a medical profession or anything like that. I am not. That is just what I'm telling you, what I'm feeling in terms of my own body here. So we have door to the dreams. Okay, look at that. And I mean, I want to see the other one that's coming through here. So the shadow angel, yeah, we're working on it. We are working on it. So I feel like your shadow angel, your angel is helping you with your shadows right now. And it feels like there's a sense of great insecurity, because even this is like the posture's insecure, not facing, not showing everything. But I feel like, again, and this is fascinating to me because I chose this, I don't know why it is. Oh, because I'm going, like, I want to go through, like, looking at my own shadow. Not because I want, again, not because I judge it in such a way, but because I feel like if I can help it, it will help me clear up so I can, I don't know, go a little further, if that makes sense. But the door to dreams here is what I'm seeing here is that you are, first, there's different things. I feel like all this, the things that you've been repressing are coming through your dreams. So maybe you're having, so listening to your dreams is very important. I almost feel like you are also repressing this. You're not allowing yourself to walk through your own dreams, like what it is that you want. I almost feel like you're trying, I don't understand it particularly much, but it feels like you're like kind of subjugating your true desires. You're subjugating them. You're like, no, I can't have any of these things. And I feel like, whew, it's taking its toll. Like I said, I feel it energetically in my body, and I feel like that's coming through. It's also feel like you're these dreams, and so, like, with it, I guess, are the fears of why you're subjugating them, why you're pushing them down, is because you're afraid of actually taking action. And I feel like that the universe is saying, no, you need to step through, you need to walk in through the door of your dreams. You can do this, you can have it. But like I said, it is like a lot of information, and a lot of, like, your fears are coming out in your dreams subconsciously because you're not willing to face them quite yet. Let's see what other stuff is coming. So codependency. Okay, we have a need. Again, there's a sense coming through. 3 is here, 3 is here, like a love triangle 3, but the 3 is, so maybe you're in a situation where you're actually in a love triangle, where you're being where you're like, I want somebody, or, and it's like you're not willing to let go. But I feel like it's also like a codependency of needing sort of like group 1, and needing the assurance of others. I want to say something here in terms of that. Like, we often are codependent because we're afraid of standing really, or being by ourselves, or being alone, and that's something that comes through here. There's another sense of codependency where we are we're blocking something. We're kind of like really, like, I feel like we're focusing on this, I'd say the triangle of, like, oh, this drama here, because we don't really want to work on this aspect, of ourselves. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. So we have perception. Yeah, you are very perceptive. Look at that. You have this. I do love this one. So for what I'm seeing here is that there is just, okay, for some of you, this is the message I'm getting. Like, something's over. Like, this love triangle, somebody chose somebody else. You're still holding on, but you're holding on to this, like, envious energy. You're holding on to this, like, and like somebody, whether it's love or in some other aspect, somebody chose somebody over you. And that is not, and you're still holding on to that connection, that relationship, whatever it is. But you already know it's over. Yourself, your higher self knows it's over. You are asking, but you're still holding on to this envy. You're repressing things. You're like, I'm not ready to go. But this is what I'm hearing. You have to let it go. This is what it is. You have to, like, because it's blocking you right now. It's blocking you from something so much better. Yeah, it really is. Let's actually go through here. So we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Fool at the beginning. Yeah, we have the Magician. Look at that. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah. Okay, lots of swords energy in terms of here and here. Then I also feel like this, it almost feels like they're kind of going, like, yes, this is one step after, but they're actually kind of, I feel like, battling themselves a little bit here. I'm going to clarify this and this one. Yeah, we're going to clarify those two, but I want to actually kind of listen through here. because before we even clarify, I actually like this. There's a sense of needing balance for you. This is what it's like. You're off balance. You're off kilt. There's a need for balance from within you. There's an understanding also coming from the infinite sign here that's telling us you have the infinite sign. It's like I feel like the universe is saying you have infinite potential. You have infinite. There's infinite resources. There's like you're stuck on this one thing, but there's so much more for you out there. And I feel that that's why this Fool energy is coming through here. The Fool energy. Okay, like. The Fool energy has two contacts here, and I'm gonna do it. Yes, I feel like you have the potential for a new beginning here, but in the Fool card, what I'm seeing here is that there is also a sense of like ignoring a truth. Like it's like pretending something like it's not there. It's like la 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 la. And I feel like that's something that you might be doing it because I feel like the perception is like coming here. There needs to be the realization of it, right? There's a truth that needs to be spoken here, and I mean, and not only spoken but accepted is really what I'm seeing here. And the Magician energy here, I feel like, look at this, the two infinite signs right here, right next to each other. If you can, instead of going la la la, but focus on it and accept that something is over, because I really do feel like something's been over, then the new beginning, real new beginning can come here. And then I feel like you have the potential to manifest something for real. Not something pretend, not something only in your dreams, but rather in reality for yourself here. I do think this is where I'm like I said, I almost feel like the Knight of Swords is it's a sort of this energy of not only restlessness, but it's also like a sense of like just going ahead without any kind of plan, but just going full in. Yes. And then usually I don't mind this energy, but I just feel like it's also like kind of, again, ignoring something. It's like you're just doing it just to force something. That's what it is. It's like there's a sense of wanting to force things, and the universe is like, nope, we're not gonna, you cannot force. Nope. There's no force here. And then there's also here, we also have this guardingness of like the Queen of Swords. I almost feel like this is actually like the true Queen of Swords, because here I feel like there's lavender there, so there's a sense of healing coming through. I think it's, instead of trying to force things, it's the Queen of Swords knowing her own power, really coming into your power. But I'm gonna actually clarify this, because it's like, what is this? Well, actually, you can clarify. Let's clarify three of these guys. What is this Knight of Swords doing here? What is this Knight of Swords doing here? What is this Knight of Swords doing here? The Knight of Swords doing here. What's this Knight of Swords doing here? Oh, yeah, the Five of Swords, yeah. It's a hollow victory. It's like yeah. This is what I'm seeing here. It's so funny. Sorry. Well, it is funny. It's like this person is kind of kidnapping this lady and trying to like steal this lady away from this guy, when that's why he's tied up. But it's a hollow victory because they didn't come willingly. Right? This lady didn't choose whoever this was willingly. Like, I feel like if you're stuck in terms of like somebody from your past, and you're like, I want to will them into my being, like you're just going at it like full in, and I appreciate this energy. Like I said, I actually like the Knight of Swords, but in this case, even if, let's say, you were to somehow break up whatever that connection is, it would not work out for you. Why? Because it's like you're forcing something, like forcing somebody, and it's just like, it would just be not right. It would just be a hollow victory because it wouldn't be done freely from the other person. You would destroy something, but it would destroy you as well. I hope that makes sense. And I also want to see what this Fool energy is doing here. And then I feel like that is true of anything that you are desired to take away from somebody else. Okay, so the Three of Pentacles. So collaboration coming through, but it also feels like there's a sense of, again, this Fool energy is threes are important for you here. It feels like you either have 3 choices. It's like, I really do feel like for some of you, it's that you're working past something where like you see somebody else happy. Somebody else is, maybe has the life that you've been dreaming of. But what this energy is telling me is that you want to take that away from them instead of building your own. And also, you're not actually acknowledging, you're also not acknowledging your true feelings, your true desires. You're not like, you're trying to force something. And I don't like, this is actually a very interesting pile because there's so many different energies here. There's different aspects coming through here. But what I'm seeing here with this, the Fool energy clarified with the 3 of Pentacles, is I almost feel like you have support coming, you have help, and I feel like there's knowledge coming through it, like coming, but it's like you're ignoring it. You're looking up at the sky. You're not seeing what's before you. And and it's in such a way, it's like, it's almost like you have blinders on and you don't want to face some sort of truth here, that it's actually making you, like I said, it's your body is actually reacting to it because there's some truth that you need to face. The Queen of Swords. What is this Queen of Swords doing here? 3 of Wands. Planning. Yeah, I almost feel like there's a sense of like being a bit overwhelmed with this planning here. But I also feel like, look at this, it's like there's this, but there's also a sense of apathy as well here. Like, this person looks bored. They're not happy. Let me see. And what is this Queen of Swords doing here? What's this Queen of Swords here? I want to clarify even more. The Star. Okay. Okay. So I'm hearing, that's what I'm seeing. There's a need for healing, right? There's a need for healing coming through with the Star and the Queen of Swords. It's like you have, for some of you, I feel like this 3 of Wands is like you're longing for somebody or something to come, and you're, by waiting in this state and not accepting that maybe it's over, at least for now, it's definitely over, you are not allowing the healing to happen. And I really want you to see this though, because you are actually very beautiful and very powerful, and you have all, like, the universe wants to give you more, but you're blocking it because you're so focused on this, maybe this, whatever codependency it is, whatever it is that is like this relationship that didn't get off the ground, and you're waiting for it and you're waiting for it, but it's like, no, you let it go. You need to release. Or if it's like mistakes in the past, you're still holding on to them. It's like the universe is saying, like, you need to, like, see it for what it is, because the Queen of Swords energy does usually see things as it should, like, as they really are, and she's very powerful, but sometimes instead of feeling, of acknowledging that truth to herself, she rather put up walls and guards and not really feel it. But I feel like the universe is saying, you need to heal, my friend. You do, and that is what is blocking you right now. Let's go on. Let's see what else. So, surrender to the habit of people pleasing. So speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. I mean, that is, I feel like it's speak your needs, but I almost, and be true to yourself. I really feel like that's something that you're not being true to yourself right now. And allow your, like, you know, like, I don't know how to say it. And surrender, you're always surrender your need to always be right. So give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. Again, and that could be because the Queen of Swords can be a bit rigid about this, but what I feel like is the need to let go. It really is. It's just like, speak your needs and be true to yourself. And this is what I'm seeing here. And I know it's the people pleasing habit, but for me, and maybe that the people pleasing is that you keep up because it's like the envy is, that's the truth here. Like, that's a true, like, that's a truth. You have envy over somebody, or what somebody else has. You want something that somebody else has, and that maybe that you don't, you pretend that you don't, and that's actually, you're also like pushing down a truth in yourself, and that's hurting you as well. When you, in reality, that's okay. Like I said, envy is okay. It's telling you something. that it's telling you a very clear thing. It's like, this is what you want, so now let's get to what it is. And then there is also of wanting to be always right. It's like, yep, like I want to be right. I want, like, that is almost like a need for control here. Also, we are, oh great, we are, you see, you're working a lot with angels here. Like, you have the shadow angels, like right there, it's trying to help you. You have the chakra, the third chakra. Yep, again, your solar plexus, it's really coming through here. It needs healing. Like, your confidence is it's not even your, it's like some sort of truth that you are blocking yourself, my friend. You are blocking yourself. Don't do that to yourself. This is like, you are more confident. You're like really amazing. You have this beautiful power. You have the magician, you have the fool, you have the queen of swords, but you're actually, like, I feel like you're pushing down your power for some reason. And then we have the first chakra, Archangel Michael. And then we have this energy, like, look at this. You have beautiful angel energy all around you. But what I'm seeing here is that it's like, it comes from being true to yourself. From the first chakra, what is it that you really truly want and need? And being okay with that answer, right? This is coming from within you, and then accepting it. It almost feels like you're blocking those two chakras, and it's really hurting you. I'm like, oh, it hurts my tummy, like I said. Let's see what the Lenormand says about this. Okay, so yeah, health is important here. You are, I really do feel like that. We are wanting love to come through. Something came to an end. Maybe, yeah, like maybe a love came through an end. There's a need to find peace within ourselves here. There's a need to find stability. Like, there's peace in, like, if you can find peace, there's stability. And I want you to see there is a new beginning coming for you as well. So what I'm seeing here is that there's, you have to let it go. Really do, because something better is coming. And your health is also important. You keep on holding on to something, and it's making you not feel well. Because you're repressing, and that doesn't never feels good. I know. I like, when I was little, that's how I know this. I'm like, oh, that's my worry stuff coming through here. We have here, so your charnships of things. I almost feel like, get that, you busy bee. I think you're a hard worker. I do. I also feel like the universe is saying there's like something better coming, but you keep on being stuck in that place. You need to unlock that aspect of yourself. Something better is coming. Yeah, but if you're still living there, if you're repressing all these things, if you're not acknowledging it, you can't heal it. So that's the thing. If you're not acknowledging, if you're pretending it's not there, it's not healing. You have, like, look at all this. You have support coming through. You have, like, I really do feel like friends and like, there are like so much surrounding you, that there is music. So maybe listening to music is important for you. Oh, I just got like listening to like sad songs, or like songs that you used to listen to this particular person. Like, kind of also, that's another thing. It's like you're not allowing yourself to find this peace, because you kind of keep reliving everything over and over. Here we have the thing to prevent ours. Yeah, like, I feel like that Queen of Swords is also in a state of defense. Not wanting to move forward, really, because they're afraid. Like, they're afraid of seeing a truth, like, that they already know, the perception, you already know it. You're just kind of like looking up like the fool, like not wanting to see that. And if you were to see it, that would be the new beginning. And then not only is there a new beginning, but there's the magician, which means like there's already progress. I already see a whole bunch of progress. And we actually went from the fool all the way to the star, right? That's also another thing that came through. So I feel like there's healing. If you can just allow that new beginning, there's healing to be done, and there's hope, and there's beautiful things coming your way. But you're still stuck in this other in this like ignoring it, and that's not helping. Like, oh no, you're the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords does not ignore things. She knows the truth. Maybe you're ignoring, but no, she's very powerful. I love her, but she also can be defensive if she feels threatened. Yeah, look at this. This is the kind of energy. Connecting, life, spirit connection. It is time for you to connect. I also feel like it's time for you to release everything. Like, I that's the image I'm getting. So we have, and these are, that one was by Beloved Crystal. Just by me. Let's see what other kind of, yeah, look at this. I want you to see this. Positive attitude, my friends. Positive attitude, and your wish will be granted. It's like, I really feel like what you want is wanting you back, but you're not allowing it. But you need to have this. You need to connect to your spirit, connect to life, spirit, force, instead of like, almost feel like you're hiding, trying to block things. No, 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 my friend. The world wants you. Like, there's new beginnings for you, and it's so beautiful. You don't even know how beautiful it is. And the angels are all around you trying to help you move this forward. So you got that. I hope you like this reading, group 2. I like doing it. I actually feel like it was very it's very healing. This reading. Hopefully you'll take some of it and actually like implement it, because I really do feel like, wow, you have amazing things coming your way if you can, work a little bit on that release on this. And maybe if you need to, write it out. That's how I say it, because this is how it is. Release, make peace with something. You need to make peace with yourself, make peace with the other person, make peace. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. If you did like this, please do consider commenting, liking, and subscribing. Thank you so much for sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course, sharing your journey with me. I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, group 3. I am so happy that you are here. I actually chose the Gilded Tarot, so that is awesome. Let's go ahead and see what work is coming through here for you. Now, this is actually, I've been having a lot of fun. It's been very healing. I hope it's healing, but that's how I feel it. So you are in a state of the Phoenix. The Phoenix is all about, well, it is a sort of sense of rebirth, but for me right now, it's sort of like you're in the stages where all the old is being burned, which is uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. Right now, I'm just like, oh, and your eyes are closed. So that's an important thing. I'm not sure how I'm taking that. Like, why is it that eyes that are closed? I don't know. I'll come back with it, but let's see. Because it's sort of like, for me, this makes me feel like you're possibly being ignoring to this. But I also, at the same time, I don't feel like you are. I almost feel like it can be a little bit much sometimes. So communication. So with this, since we're doing the shadow work, so difficulties in vocal expression. Oh, right there, I understand. Conversation needing to be heard. For me, actually, what I'm seeing here is that there is, with the eyes closed again, I feel like there's some sort of communication coming through. There's some like, I feel like somebody wants to apologize and wants to get some message to you, but you're like, nope, not listening to it. It's almost, yeah, because that's the energy here feels closed off. Even though, I love my phoenixes, this phoenix is closed off like that, and it's all wrapped around, the arms are wrapped around themselves, and I also feel like the eyes are closed. It's sort of like, yeah, there's a closed energy here. That's interesting. But anyway, so communication. I feel like there's communication coming through you, but you don't want to listen to it. You don't want to hear it. But I feel like it's important because it came up. So that's an thing. And not so much the vocal expression, I don't think. That's what I'm hearing here is that there's somebody's trying to contact you, so maybe apologize to you or say something that, needs to be said, but you're ignoring that coming through. What else is coming? Yeah, so cassette tape. Truth, values, and what you say. Negative influences from your past. You're still the one. Yeah, so I feel like maybe somebody from your past is coming here. And you're not listening. Even though somehow, like, you want to hear it, but you're ignoring it. I don't know why. This is interesting coming through. So we feel like you're still holding on to some part of the past, because I feel like that's what it is. You're not wanting to hear this conversation because if you hear this conversation, if you hear this, somehow something will be over, and you're still holding on to it, even though you're doing the phoenix, which means that there's a rebirth coming through here, but there's a closed phoenix. It's not a, it's like, you know how the phoenix is open, like there's flight in it. This one's a closed off one. I'm almost like, wow, it's fascinating. Oh, look at this. That's what I'm talking about right here. This the fiery wings, and here we have the muse angel. Oh, okay. So bear with me here on this one. So for some of you, this is definitely, I feel like, somebody from your past, somebody possibly who hurt you, or so you have some sort of connection here. For some of you, for others of you, this is all about kind of like there's some sort of something from the past that's been calling you, like some sort of like project that you've been wanting to do, something that you've been wanting to do, like the muse angels here, but you're kind of ignoring it again. So it feels like there's something that you're passionate about, but at the same time closing off. I almost feel like here again, though, like messages are coming, but here for me, this is actually that you're blocking your ears, like you know the one where you block the eyes, you block the ears, and you block the mouth. I feel like all of this is what's happening here. I wonder why. But you have the door to magic. Oh, I like this. Yeah. But you know what, this door to magic, it feels like there's like I always like this one, but it feels like there's overgrowth, and you haven't been, so I feel like you have magic inside you, but you haven't been stepping into your magic. And by that magic, I also mean like you haven't been stepping into your power lately. Something's blocking you. Like you really are playing this game of like blocking yourself, your ears, blocking your eyes, very much so. I mean, even to this creativity, like to something that's speaking to you, you're just like, there's a sense of not coming through here. There's a sense of chaos. Yep, that is definitely, we are in a state of chaos, but it's a creative chaos, if you will. But for me, I also feels like maybe it's overwhelming you in some aspects. It's like you closed yourself off completely. So you're not even seeing the positive or the negative. You're just closed off. What else is coming? Knowledge. Yeah, look at this. You have like knowledge, and for me, it's so weird because I feel like there's knowledge. It's like you don't want to hear, you don't want to see, you don't want to, like, wow. You have the door to magic, you have the door to knowledge, but you're not stepping in, and you're not looking at the knowledge there. You have communications coming, you're not listening. You have like communication from the past ones, maybe ones to make amends, you're not listening, you're closed off completely. You have inspiration, you're not listening. Oof. This is actually a very interesting energy here, because I feel like you are going through some sort of transformation, but it's yeah. I don't know. Let's see what the tarot has for us. We have the Seven of Cups, yeah, choices. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Hangman. Yeah, that does feel like a Hangman energy. And then we have the Ten of Wands. Okay. So first of all, here I see this Ten of Cups is actually like, again, this is what I feel like you're closing off yourself to happiness, to joy. State of daydreaming, but not daydreaming. It feels like choices. I feel like you're overwhelmed in some aspect, and so you're so overwhelmed you close down completely. The Hangman, and then the Ten of Wands. It's like you, I guess, again, like you said, I feel like you're overwhelmed completely here. And then with the Hangman energy, I love the Hangman energy. You know, it's one of my favorite cards. But it almost feels like you are... What's this? Yeah, like all the coins are coming out of the pocket and falling away. It's sort of like that's what it is. It feels like you're punishing yourself in some way. Like this hangman is not my usual hangman. Like a hangman, I see change in perceptions, changing in seeing things yourself. Because this, again, like we're working on the shadow self here. But it's almost like you're punishing yourself for something. This Queen of Pentacles, a feeling of giving, always giving. The Queen is always giving. Maybe with the peacock there, maybe a little vanity is there as well. Oh, I'm gonna have to clarify a whole lot. Let's clarify this, because this is a weird, very weird energy coming through here. It's because I feel like there is... It's like you have a lot of potential, but you're not even... It's just like you are punishing. It's like you're closing off everything you don't want to hear. Which I find it fascinating, because you're here listening to this, or at least, maybe. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Let's see, what is this? But at least this brought you here somewhere. Let's see what this... I want to find out what this Queen of Pentacles is doing here. What is this Queen of Pentacles doing here? What is this Queen of Pentacles doing? Queen of Pentacles doing here. Oh yeah, look at that. We have the Five of Cups. So we have energy of yeah, like it's like spilled milk, but it's like we have saving love here, and we also have time here. It's like I feel like it's in the past. You're still there. You're still in there as well. And then we have, which is really interesting, the Four of Cups was also there. It's like you're in the state of apathy, and it really does feel that way for me. Wow, okay. So let's actually see. Yeah, and with it should be obvious, because the Ten of Cups is in reverse. I mean, and the fact that they showed up, it's like you could be happy right now. You could be doing a lot of things, but you're not. You're moving away from it. You're actually not acknowledging. You're closing yourself off to it. It's very weird energy. Sorry, I keep saying that your energy is weird. It's like it's not a thing. It's just sort of really uncomfortable. The Hangman energy. What is this Hangman doing here? 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 Okay. Six of Pentacles. This is interesting. We have, what's this Hangman doing here? What's this Hangman doing here? What's this Hangman doing here? And the Five of Wands. It's like there's conflict. I feel like there's internal conflict. I mean, maybe external conflict as well. These are, and I feel like, because the Six of Pentacles here, and this is interesting because usually the Six of Pentacles is of somebody who is giving to others. This is more like I feel like teaching somebody something. Somebody's teaching maybe this conflict coming through here. So I feel like there's a conflict within yourself. Maybe you want to give, but you somehow are like, nope. Or somebody who was like, I feel like somebody was very important to you, possibly like somebody that you put up on a pedestal, sort of, because I feel like she's on a pedestal, and then you're having conflicts with them. What is this Ten of Wands energy? 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 Yeah, it's time for you to heal. The star is coming through here, needing for healing. But I'm just like, I'm not sure why, like, it feels like you're not allowing yourself to heal at all. Like you have the potential for it, but it's like, nope, you're stuck in this apathetic state and in this Five of Cups energy, which is like, let's see, why is this Ten of Cups, especially in reverse here? Why is this Ten of Cups doing here? What's this Ten of Cups doing here? What's this Ten of Cups doing here? Wow, the Ten of Swords. Ouch. Wow. Oh. Let's clarify. again, it's like you can be happy, and that's the thing. I feel like you have the potential for great happiness here, for great healing for you right here, but you keep on ignoring it. You keep on having this conflict within yourself. It's almost like, it really feels like to me like you're punishing yourself for some reason, and I don't know why. Maybe you feel like you hurt others, but you also feel like you got hurt, and then so you have the defenses up, you are ignoring things, and then you're also not allowing yourself this joy and happiness. It's like that intensity, and I feel like you have the power, you have knowledge, you have everything, but you're just, nope, stuck in their place. And look at this. I want you to see this. The Queen of Pentacles came out again. Queen of Pentacles. I wonder if it's this particular person, or to me it seems like it's you. You're naturally a giving person. You're naturally like, look at the rainbow. There's hope. This is you, but right now it's not you. And just like, this is like, look at the difference in this. It's like there's also a sense of, like I said, the peacock is usually very magical stuff, but it feels like there's a sense of not vanity, but ego to me right here. Also feels like the pentacle, you have a shield up, wall up. Here versus, look at this. Look at the difference. I mean, yes, this is beautiful, but this one is like gorgeous. This is your true nature. But you're not allowing yourself there. The Queen of Pentacles exists. You're very abundant. You're very, but you're not. In this one, you have the shields up. You're holding your ego here. Here, there's a gentleness. There's a flourishness. There's just like, yes, there's an allowing and it coming through here. Very, very. This is a particularly interesting reading because it just feels like you have potential here, but you're blocking it yourself. And that's something, and I can see you're having a battle with yourself. You're taking, it's too much, but you're not letting the healing happen. It's like you don't want to heal it. And like here, even the stars, like the cups are pouring out. It's like we're letting go of this 5 of Cups, but you're in this state of 10 of Swords. Instead of happiness, you're choosing this suffering. I don't understand it. And then the 5 of Cups, instead of seeing your power, you're in the state of like still in the past of not forgiving yourself, and then you're in the state of apathy. For some of you, I feel like, yeah, like the cups are there. I feel like somebody, like maybe there was a big breakup with a particular person. I feel like, because I also feel like this is your definitely energy, but this is also their energy as well. For those of you who this was like based on a breakup and they're trying to contact you, but you're blocking them or whatever it is. What I'm seeing here is that they want something, they have the love, but this is just totally chaotic, and it could be solved for the better. Let's see what other stuff is coming. Sorry. We have the surrender comparison to others. Yeah. So keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strength, attractiveness, and power. Yeah. I feel like you are a lot more powerful than you are, and maybe, I don't know what it is. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your strength, attractiveness, and I think that's what I want to say. Focus on your own strength, attractiveness, and power. Because like this one is also here. Like this one was all about, I almost feel like you put people on pedestals, and then there's an inner conflict coming through here. And let's see what other stuff. Surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. There is a lot of drama here, and I feel like maybe that's just how it is. I don't know. It's a very, like I said, this energy is a little bit off to me. Like I can't, like it's uncomfortable, and I'm not like saying, oh, it's uncomfortable. I'm just like, living it must be uncomfortable for you. Let's see what walking away. Yeah, we have the ability to walk. Yeah, 8 of Cups, needing to move forward, surrender, and strategy. This is like, I almost feel like you're not that's why it's the phoenix isn't fully, like there is, like right now you're still stuck. I feel like in many ways you're in a state of in between of transformation. You want to transform, you want to move forward, you do, but at the same time you have not allowed yourself to. You have changed yourself. You have changed yourself. Like you're literally this hangman, but like I said, it's not a hangman of like where it feels different. It's not the hangman where I usually like you see things in a different perspective, and that's what the hangman is. But it actually feels more like you're punishing yourself. Like you're like there's a sense of sacrifice in it, and I don't understand it. Yeah, it's like you're holding on to the pain and you're not releasing it. And there's and here you have the ability, you know this stuff, and yet you're still like I said, you're not listening to something that there's some communication that needs to be said. You don't want to hear it, you don't want to see it, you're just closing yourself off and hoping that it like if you don't hear it or if you don't see it, you're like it doesn't change stuff. But it's like nope, already everything has changed already. You are changing yourself. You're actually becoming even stronger. Even like it's like there's beauty here. This is what you know, but you're blocking it. And I instead of like because it's very hard to walk away. But the walking away, I think it's time. It's time for you to like close those gates and move into the unknown. The strategy here again, to me it feels like messages coming through you. It's like there's something, and I feel like that's I also feel like there's a sense of like the strategy, but I'm not really seeing. To me it's like journal log. This is like you're off in an adventure that's unknown, and maybe that's scary to you, and maybe that's what's blocking you, but it's like it's good. Like good things are coming is what I'm wanting to say. Blocking them is just kind of making you suffer more. Let's see. Yeah, we're cleaning out. We need to clean out. We need to like let go of. But again, the broom is also sometimes is leading to the whip. It's like you're punishing yourself for something. You're putting yourself in isolation. You're going by yourself. It's like no. There's a sense of forgiveness coming through. A sense of needing a new beginnings coming through here. Purity, new beginnings. Then there's stability and home, stability and happiness. Like that's what it is. But you have to forgive. I really want to say forgive yourself and forgive others. There's a need for forgiveness coming through here. That I just like. I'm like, oh, because it's holding you on. It's keeping you here. And in forgiving you, there's a sense of freedom of walking away, but it's not. It could be like it'll be sad, but at the same time, it's very liberating, and it's gonna let you go off into this new journey of yours. This is okay. Look at that. The heart is blossoming. Heart here. We have the lollipop. I mean, like I to me, it feels like enjoying yourself here. I will hold you in my heart until I hold you in heaven. So maybe if somebody has passed on, you're still holding on to that pain of them like passing on, or if our relationship ended, you're still holding on to the pain and going like, oh, I should have done something, I could have prevented it. It's like, no, it's okay. It almost feels like releasing it, sort of like I want to say too, because you are going through a transformation, you're just not allowing it. It's like you're stuck in this like a cocoon of suffering, because for me this is a cocoon of suffering. Because the phoenix, yes, I love the phoenix, but one understanding of a phoenix is that it's like the past has burned away completely, and doesn't feel like that. This is like you are still in this. You're still in the past. You haven't transformed yet. You're just in this state of suffering, because you're ignoring this communications that are coming through here. Yeah, it's you versus you. It's like you're holding yourself back, and I guess that's why you're here. But I want you to see that you have the ability to do this, because there's knowledge for you, and there's the door to magic. You have all that. You have the doors. You have the knowledge. You just have to be willing to take it. And in this case, it's almost like you have to be the one who's willing to to accept it, take the action to, you know, move forward. Like, and I know I'm not saying that it's easy, but I feel like you have been like, yeah, so you need to surrender that drama, that trauma that doesn't, I want to say that doesn't equate with you. Like, sometimes people take on that drama and that equates them, because it's like, what it's then the story they tell themselves, and it's also the story they tell others, and then people are like, oh no, you are this, you're the Queen of Pentacles, happiness, joy, hope, rainbows, flowers everywhere. This is who you are. So I want you to know that. Let's see what other energy, what guidance can we give? Let's do 3 for this. Yeah. So it's time, like, well, we have the fairy witch here, and to me it reminds me of this. It's like it's time for you to have fun. I really want to say that. To me, like, yeah, there's roots, culture, and everything, yeah, but for me, fairy witch, all the way, it's the fairies have fun. It really is. It is about right now for you to have fun. I feel like you keep punishing yourself, and it's like, nope, it's not helping. Whatever you're holding on to, it's not helping you. In fact, it's blocking your full transformation to the glorious person that you're going to be. Oh my goodness. You have no idea. Let's see what other kind of guidance we can give collective group. 3. Okay. Look at this. Sun's floating, yeah. For me, the floating comes, well, it's in surprises, like beautiful surprises await. The floating for me is not to, like, how do I say it? Not to take it so seriously, not to, like, be like, oh my goodness. And I'm not saying that whatever this energy is, it's not serious. It's just like, I feel like the universe is trying to, like, lift you up, and like they're trying to support you. This is the ducket, the little rubber ducky is being supported by the water. It's being uplifted by the water. It's being pushed up by the water. And I feel like that's what the universe is saying. It's like, no, we're guiding you here. We're helping you. Let us support you. Let us help you. Let us, like, be there for you. Yeah. And then again, like, a little fun. Allow more fun into your life. And if you allow yourself this, big surprises, happy surprises come. Very happy surprises. Fulfillment in ways I think you haven't even acknowledged come for you. So I really do feel that that's something that's big. And this is actually a really big, like, reading with this one. Because I almost feel like I really just want to, like, I want to give you a giant hug and tell you, stop torturing yourself. Stop punishing yourself, or whatever it is. Like, it's time. It is time for you to take that next step, to the next level. You're ready. And really do bring this. Have a lot of fun. Like, I really mean that. Like, there's so much joy here. Like, yes, there is a state of chaos, right? You are in a state of chaos, but we have the little spiders. Yes, that could be the drama. Definitely. But it's also like, look, there's little, like, happy pumpkins here. There's also little candy corns, and maybe you don't like candy corns, but what I'm saying is, like, there's so much more than just being in a state of like pain, because I almost feel like it's just a state of pain, and that's why I want to give you a hug and be like, no, let's let go of this 10 of Swords. Let's let go of this 5 of Cups energy. We're moving forward. You have a lot more for you. There's so much more. We have the Book of Knowledge waiting for you. We have the Door of Magic waiting for you to step through and get ready. You also have this muse of creativity coming through. Like, so much. Don't stop here, my friend. Don't stop here. You got this. I know it right there. I'm like, the universe has you. Lifting you up, uplifting you. You're floating. Allow yourself to float. Don't keep drudging yourself back down. Allow yourself to float. It's what we're naturally meant to do. Okay, with that, I'm going to leave you here, group 3. I hope this reading helps. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course, sharing your path with me, your journey with me. I appreciate it 100%. Great things are coming for you. There's a journey for you. This is, I would say, like a step. You're far from over. You have lots of beautiful things, lots of amazing things coming your way. And please, please, please allow them. The universe really wants to help you. All right. And I am sending you so much love, so much light, and until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends.